Hey people, there will be a mini smartphone coming to the market that is actually not a piece of junk. Now before I go into details, I want to let you know something. This company has already produced a previous model, a previous miniature smartphone. If that one was under spec, well, this one will be modern. That's why when I say it's overshot its Kickstarter goal by $1 million, you shouldn't panic. Okay, let's get going. Oh, they were seeking 30,000. They overshot by 1,030,000. That was awesome. Okay, let's get to the details. Unihertz will be releasing a modern mini smartphone called the Jelly. Its size is 3.6 inches by 1.7 inches by half an inch. Or metrically, it will be 92.3 millimeters by 43 millimeters by 13.3 millimeters. Now, in spite of its size, the Jelly will support 2 nano SIM slots, a micro SD card slot that supports cards up to 256 gigabytes, a user replaceable battery, plus a headphone jack. Glaring at you, Apple. All this will weigh in at 2.1 ounces or 60.4 grams with the battery installed. So, that's a lot of stuff in a small package. And clearly they're aiming at the global markets, as well as travelers and athletes. I'll get to that later. Now, some might see its 2.45-inch screen or 62 millimeter screen as a disadvantage, but because of its size and its 240 by 432 resolution, its battery life is rated up to 3 days of regular use or 7 days of standby. Because the screen's the big power guzzler on most phones usually, with normal use. Game use, the system on a chip will probably just be eating everything else, as well as the screen. The Jelly will be available globally, however, there is no CDMA support in the US. You will be limited to AT&T and T-Mobile networks. Now, I'll be launching with 2 models. The Jelly Pro will come with 2 gigs of RAM and 16 gigs of storage. The standard Jelly will come with 1 gig of RAM and 8 gigs of storage. Okay, that's a little low spec, but that's the spec that my current phone I'm using to read my notes off of. Is that? Now, both will have a 1.1 gigahertz processor and run Android 7.0 out of the box. Now, the third listing on their FAQ site, their frequently asked questions page, states that the OS and security updates will be frequent. Now, they didn't define when frequent is, but you know what? It's more than most major phone manufacturers are promising. Now, there will be accessories available for the Jelly. And these accessories include additional batteries at $9 each. I'd buy a bunch of them, put them in a bandolier, complete with Chewbacca look. And there will also be a sports armband case combo, allow you to quickly slide on and slide off the phone. And that'll be around $10. So if this is something you think you might be interested in, you can pre-order on their Kickstarter page. Okay, so who might want this? I could see athletes wanting it. Just pull the SIM from their main phone that they don't want to take with them because they don't want to get it sweaty or damaged while they're working out. Just pull the main SIM, pop it in, take it with you. Plus, since it runs Android apps, they can take whatever fitness devices they might have, can still be linked to their phone, and they'd be able to take advantage of it that way. Also looking at, since it's dual SIM, you can also look at it for international travelers. And there's another category. Oh, you could also see it being handy for parents who normally would have started whose first phone for their kid would probably have been a feature phone, but with a smartphone, you can put a tracking app on them. That way you know where your kid's phone's at. And hopefully that kid is there with it. That's a nice little bonus security. On security, something I was thinking about. Because it's most small, it's likely to be mistaken for a feature phone by a potential phone thief. So they may just ignore it and go after a larger phone, because they'll just figure, hey, the bigger the phone, the more bigger the payoff. And they'd be correct in this case. Additionally, because it's small enough, you can actually get your hand all the way around it, so it'd be harder to steal in the first place if you decide to go after it. Let's see, other markets. Anyone who's got to work in the field. I used to work at a utility, and I would not want to take expensive phone with me, and anyone else who has to basically work outside all the time. I mean, but you still needed a smartphone with you because your employer requires you to use an app of some sort. So you got your tools. You don't want to take your multi-$100 phone to the site where it can be smashed, drowned, ripped off, and all the other not so fun stuff. So yeah, it's got a market. It may not necessarily be the thing you're looking for, but like I said, at least it gives you an option, and it's a relatively cheap option. So if it does get stolen or broken or tumbles down a drain, you're not out a whole lot. Yeah, you may have to get another SIM, but beat spending several $100s to get another phone. And that is all I have for now. Until next time, take care. Bye.